Hey guys! Before I get into it, I'd like to apologize if my voice sounds a bit different. My nose is a bit stuffy tonight. I'd also like to apologize for the lack of videos and how long it took for me to get working around on this one. I've just been extremely lazy to the point where as soon as I'd get off work, I'd either sit down and watch videos all day, or go to sleep until I work and do schoolwork the next day. Anyway, this kind of ties into the topic I have for today, because today I'll be talking about regret. Now, what would I, the biggest and best YouTuber in the world obviously, have to regret? Besides that last sentence, a lot of stuff actually. I regret some of the videos I've done in the past on this channel, which is why they're now unlisted. Regret is a tough subject to talk about because you never want to admit when you regret doing something, especially if someone actually remembers that event and they don't regret it themselves. I suppose I could say I regret drifting away from some of my friends. I wonder how much different my life would have been if I kept in constant contact with them, or how my life would have been different. I regret not putting that much effort into almost everything I do. I feel like I should have practiced a few things more and put more effort into my life. For example, I was in weightlifting for about 2 weeks for football, but I stopped going in and I didn't play. This was back in freshman year of high school. Why? I was in pain, simple as that. In addition to lifting weights, I would also have to walk home with a bag full of books, about a 15 to 30 minute walk, each time I went, which was almost about 4 times a week. When my muscles gave out and I couldn't lift anymore because I was overexerting myself, I stopped going in. I wonder how my life would have been different if I continued going there, if I lost a bunch of weight, and if I played football. My life in comparison is sort of sad. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy making videos and I enjoy what I'm doing as far as college goes. It's just that it seems like I could have done so much more with what I had. Despite the character I use, I do regret letting myself get as big as I am. I know I joke about it a lot, and that's a good thing to do, to be able to laugh at yourself. When I'm around other people, it doesn't bother me as much as when it does when I'm home alone. Sometimes I look in the mirror across my room, and sometimes I'm happy, and sometimes I look awful. I wish I had the inspiration and effort to be willing to lose the weight. I wish I didn't let myself get this bad. However, I am happy in the sense that I'm still alive and I'm not letting my weight slow me down or prevent me from doing things. I'm able to move around and work without leaning on stuff. I'm constantly on my feet at work. While I'm on this part of the regrets, let me talk briefly about being overweight. You don't really notice it until it inconveniences you in some way. For example, when I'm sitting down or walking, I don't really see anything wrong with it. I don't feel it, I don't notice it. My clothes fit for the most part because they're in my size. When I'm driving, however, I do have to use a seatbelt extender for one of my cars because I can't get in and get it on normally. It's kind of embarrassing when you're trying to put on a seatbelt for 2 minutes because it doesn't quite reach the buckle. Trying to put on old clothes and expecting them to fit is also embarrassing and an inconvenience as well. It's a sign that you let things get worse without you really noticing it. I feel like there are more regrets I could talk about in this video, but I think this will have to be it. Regret is a thing we all have in our lives, and it always leads us to think, what if something else happened in my life? We always have them in our lives, and it's important to move on from this feeling and look forward to a brighter, sunnier future. Thank you for watching. As always, stay thick everybody, and have a great day.